So this is FridgeArt. I'm Andrew Radek.
And I'm Kristen Plesko.
And so what do you want to do today? What are we feeling today?
Do you have any kind of like monsters that are a little bit like a body horror, like tentacles or
body horror?
Yeah, that's what they're called, right? I mean,
I have never heard that term before as a body.
Oh yeah, it's a hashtag on Tumblr. Apparently, I watch a lot of weird.
Hashtag on Tumblr then.
Apparently, I watch a lot of really weird people on Tumblr.
A body horror or
yeah,
body
horror.
Horror.
I hate that word.
Horror.
A body horror.
Horror.
English is the worst. I can't believe horror. Why is horror so close to horror?
How are you supposed to say it? Horror. Okay.
That's what I was saying, though.
So you just want a monster that's made of a bunch of shit, or you just want something
something terrifying. So
terrifying. Like
Eldritch. How about this? Eldritch horror.
Horror.
Is it Eldritch?
I don't know.
Eldritch. I
don't know.
The one that's really popular now that the internet happened, even though no one liked it when it came out. The Cthulhu's.
Yeah, we can. You want it horrifying or just really bad looking?
I don't know.
This one's sort of a speed paint.
Oh my god, there's a gear on her head. Oh my god, is that a double halo bird? It looks like it's smoking from the crown of its head. Like it's like, hey man, I'm just a little volcano and about to go off.
When I got out of college, this is the first thing I painted when I got out of college, because I wanted to represent myself in a more adult way with a better style.
Oh my god, it's a giant crow.
So I made a really terrible looking thing.
That crow literally looks like it's been skinned like a rug and just thrown on a wall. I'm just gonna... Okay, go on.
It's nostril. I just realized its nostril looks like another eye, so it's just like... Yeah, just sort of like...
Oh, that's its eye? I really did think
this is its eye here, and then it's a nostril there. But they're about the same, so it just looks like a flounder.
It's a four-eyed, terrifying... Oh my... He is flat enough to be a flounder.
He is, so yeah. I essentially... I still use that really crappy thing where I painted everything black and white, and then I added color, but I didn't really know how to adjust to make the colors not look crappy.
So to say, you better extrapolate, because I like to paint black and white.
Well, you can say like here, like part on her neck here is still gray. I forgot that part. Part on her hair here is gray.
I was wondering how her skin tone could be so ashen and like disgusting, and it's like, well, I also like her perfect upper lip. Her makeup lips.
Yeah.
Her.
Do you like these random like circles on her? Like I think the main thing about this is I wanted to try something out with a lot more texture, and I wanted to do just sort of like a monstrosity that was like some sort of steampunk monster thing.
I just thought she was just wearing a helmet.
She is wearing a helmet. Oh, you look at it now. It looks like she's just wearing like a fucking burlap sack on her face.
It looks like she had like a little accident with her eye there and just was like, oh, well, time to put a burlap sack over my head.
Well, I can't fix this with science. Better just stick a giant gear into my head.
I've been dead for years, and someone found me and decided to mount me as an art project because that skin color is super dead.
Yeah, I always have trouble.
She looks like the Fiji mermaid.
Ugh.
You know what I'm talking about,
I do know what you're talking about. So this is definitely one of those things where I was trying to be overly symbolic, I guess.
Yep,
and it just comes off as pretentious and half-assed. And I spent a long time on this one, and you can sort of see, like, I don't want to say, like, a better approximation of how I paint more. Like, definitely, like, the last, like, month or two in school, like, when I still had all my old artwork, and then I started painting, like, other stuff, and then the other thing is in here as well.
Yeah. Your style is definitely coming through in this.
Yeah, it's a little bit more in that sort of thing, but this is like the perfect mismatch between sort of both of them, like that.
Yeah,
just crappy half-assing and slightly less crappy half-assing, but still overly pretentious and stupid.
This actually looks a lot like the art when I first met you. Like,
yeah,
like when you were taking, when you were taking commissions. Oh my god, it was 2010.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yep. This was 2010 because I graduated in 2010.
You're an internet stranger I met in 2010, and my mom warned me about people like you.
My My mom, that was the main thing she used to tell me when I was younger. She's like, don't talk to anybody on the internet. Everybody is a pedophile. Everybody is trying to lure you away and murder you. And, yeah, I don't know. We didn't listen too much to that. Like, me and my friend Amy, we had a lot of fun just fucking with people.
I have a lot of internet
Especially
friends.
in AOL chat rooms, like, very specific, love-oriented AOL chat rooms. And we're, like, 15.
Oh, no. That's the worst.
Should I tell the story of lower genitals?
Well, now you have to tell it. So say it.
So, when I was younger and in middle school, there was this girl, I shouldn't say her actual name, let's just say her last name sounded a lot like genitals. So, used to call her Laura Genitals, because she was a colossal bitch. And, she's very vindictive, so she had a lot of fun, like, going into people's friendships and then breaking those friendships up. So she would, like, sort of parasite her way in, divide the friendship, and then just fuck over both people individually.
Good.
And then leave.
Alright.
Yeah, no, she literally was the most hated
bitch
person.
is a...
she was a...
Yeah.
She kept trying to sleep around with the teachers, but she was not attractive. And...
Really?
Yeah, she was like 15.
Did she have, like, mental problems?
A little
like,
bit.
Yeah, if you want to sleep with... I know, okay, well that explains a little bit.
She had behavioral disorders.
Oh, so she basically... Either her parents didn't love her or didn't discipline her.
She was very, very spoiled.
Okay,
Very
it's one of
spoiled.
those. So they didn't discipline her, so she got a
Yeah,
little bit of the...
She just... Yeah, she had something askew, but she was also just mostly a classic bitch. And... Colossal bitch. And,
Jurassic.
So she split up me and my friend Amy at the time, and she'd go in and she'd tell me, no, Amy doesn't want to be your friend anymore, she doesn't want to talk to you anymore, and I'm like, no, that's crap, you know, and Amy was very diplomatic, and she's like, no, you know, we should all try and hang out with each other, and it's like, this crazy shit, I don't want to hang out with Laura Genitals, you know, and I don't want to, she's fucking weird, she spreads rumors all the time, when she sits down, she just has, like, her ass thrust out, and she doesn't have any boobs or any ass. She had this thing in school for stuffing her bra with twigs to enlarge her boobs. And then she just had, like, a fucking twig sticking out the side, and everybody laughed at her. She asked one time at, like, some sort of historical thing, what is a well? Stuff like that. She didn't know what a well was. She raised her hand, she's like, excuse me, what's a well? And just everybody just looked at her. Everybody hated her. She was the worst, okay?
I'm getting a very incredulous look because I'm not sure how anyone... I mean, then again, I didn't know what a water tower looked like. So I guess maybe I'm
There's
more
pockets
genitals.
of...
No, I've seen a water tower. I've just never seen one like that.
That's
the ones with the big legs. The ones that look like aliens.
So she broke me and my friend Amy apart, and she harassed me mercilessly. And she's literally the only person I've started a fight against. Like, you know me, I'm very passive-aggressive. Like, I don't snap back at people. I don't, like, people will push me, but I'll be like, okay, I'm gonna make a sarcastic comment and move on.
Kristen, I never get into any trouble.
Well, no, I do not say that.
I
Trust
know,
me, I get into trouble.
I thought you were about to say that.
No.
You said it.
I'm very much that I will just be pushed and push them. I'm like, what is it? Not corn syrup. What's the...
Oil and water?
Yeah, no, just, like, I'm like putty. Like, you can just push me forever, and then, like, it has to be at such a point so far away that I will fucking snap. And I did that with her, because she'd follow me around, she told me I was friendless, and that everybody hates me. She spread a rumor in the school that I was a whore. God knows that ain't true. And she literally made my life a living hell. So there was, like, one time on the bus that I was sitting in the seat first, and then she's like, oh, Amy, let's sit down here. She was still the parasite of Amy's, and Amy's friend. And so she goes and she just put her knees, like, on the seat. Like, she was literally sitting on her feet,
bitch.
and then just pushing as hard as she could through the seats before they had, like, that sort of metal in between.
Oh,
and so I was just like...
Oh, do they actually have metal in between
those? Oh, they
now?
do now.
I hated it when kids would, like, put their backpack and just shove it as far... Yeah, fuck
yeah. So I was, like, pushed all the way there, and then she starts kicking. You can hear Amy, like, no, come on, don't do that. Come on, we're... Just leave her be, because she's just kicking, and I stood up. She's like, what are you gonna do? You gonna touch me? Huh? You want to hit me? You want to hit me? Like, she was trying to goad me on to hit her first so that I'd get in trouble. Rules somehow. And so, like, she was like waggling her hands and stuff in my face trying to entice me to hit her, and I'm just like, beep! You know, I'm just, like, fuming far past, so I grabbed her wrist, and I'm like, I don't want to, you know, what did I say? I'm like, don't fucking touch me. Don't talk to me. I don't want to deal with you anymore or something. And I did that I was in the middle of the bus and we were driving and everybody like shut up on the bus because
you want to see
Quiet
what's
Girl
going down.
Andrea fucking snapped. Everybody wants to pay attention. And so I'm like, don't fucking touch me. Ever. And I threw her wrists back at her. And she was, like, fucking beside herself. And I guess that she started scratching up her wrists and stuff afterwards, trying to get me in trouble.
What a whore.
And she went and she begged to her mom. She's like, this girl assaulted me. You need to call her parents. We need to sue her and stuff. Like, she fucking whack. And Amy stood for me. She's like, no, she didn't do any of that. She just grabbed her hands and told her to stop touching her. And she, you know, Laura scratched up her own hands. So think that I didn't get in trouble. I think
how do you even do that?
Oh, she
with
just
someone. No. I mean, like if you're holding her hands,
yeah, it doesn't
like how do you?
She's a fucking
if you're like this,
numbnuts.
Yeah,
it doesn't make any sense. So,
trying to think of forensically.
It doesn't make any. No, it's just like yeah, just scratch you constantly as no. So, I had to go to detention the next day. And
why'd you have to go to detention?
Well, because I made a scene on the bus. Everybody knew. Like, Lurk still went in and, like, she, you know, assaulted me on the bus. And so the principal had to talk to me. And I was a very straight-A student. Well, not at that point. I was starting to let my grades slip. I was a very respectful student, and I wasn't, like, an asshole. So the principal sits me down. She's like, so was there an event yesterday on the bus? I'm like, yes, there was. What happened? You know, she was pushing on my seat, and then she was, you know, trying to get me to hit her and all sorts of stuff. And I grabbed her wrist and I told her not to touch me and to leave me alone. And then she sat down, and the principal's like, "So you know you're not supposed to do that sort of thing, right?" I'm like, "Yeah." She just really pushed my buttons, and I was a freshman in high school, so I was 13, and. Oh God, I was 13 when I did this. Jesus.
Yeah, I was really young. Good Lord.
No. So, no, not this part. The part that's coming up. The part that I'm leading to with the internet predators. So the principal's just like, yeah, okay, just go back to class. Just don't do that. Like, I didn't get in any trouble. So, eventually, Amy stopped being her friends, and her and Amy and I were friends again. And we felt incredibly burned by Laura, who had spread lies about both of us at this point. So what we did is we went to the school. Yeah, okay, statute of limitations passed. So what we did is we had our school phone book thing. Like, you know, it has all the students in there if you need to call them for homework help or whatever bullshit they come up with. And we had her number. And essentially what we did is we went to chat rooms and then we pretended to be, like, 15-year-olds. You know, like, slightly underage or possibly 18-year-olds looking for cyber sex is what we put. And so we said, I'm young and I'm really bored. Anybody want to talk to me? You know, and you would be amazed how many people just, boop, 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 boop. You get, like, 7 or 8. You do one thing and, like, 60-plus love, you know.
They don't think that's a trap?
This was pretty long ago.
Well, like, I still wonder, like, because you still hear about people who are, like, caught being...
This was... If I was 13, so this is 2001.
Someone I knew, you know, was caught. So, it was caught doing that sort of thing. Yeah.
No, I
didn't know him personally, saying. It's
this
not
was
like...
before it was a big thing.
Okay.
And at the point where it was starting to be a thing. So, we had all these people, and we're like, oh, you know... Why don't you just call me? That's not... Or I think we just might have said phone sex. Why don't you just call me? And then we gave out Laura's number.
Oh, that is...
And we told them to say a key phrase so that we knew it was them. And we came up with the most ridiculous things that 13-year-olds pretending to be sexy could. So we're like, oh, I just want you to lick my butt crack, you know? And we must have sent probably about 10 or 12 people her way. A couple people, so fucking stupid. They just like, oh, there was an angry woman on the phone, because it mostly went to her mom. There was an angry woman on the phone, and she seemed pretty angry. I'm like, oh, maybe you didn't call the right number. And I let it just paste the same number again, and they would just do it again. And just me and Amy at the time were just fucking besides ourselves.
That's great.
It eventually ended that they're like, the woman says that they're trying to investigate who you are. I'm like, Mom! Because it was on an AOL account. And I'm like, Mom, I really want to change my username. Can you help me do that? And then we changed over, and then never had to deal with it again.
You guys are the
and
worst.
then surprisingly, we never had any trouble from her again.
Good.
Yeah, she left us the fuck alone. And that was the most creative.
Cyberbullying sometimes works.
Cyberbullying. To get a fucking point across.
Jeez.
No.
I don't think I've ever had to do that with anyone. But the person that, like, harassed us had, like, a mental autism thing. And she would, like... And I just mostly felt bad for her because no one liked her. And she was also super weird. And I think she got kind of, like...
Laura was definitely the type of person that she sort of thrived on that bad attention. She thrived on attention. Like, she just wanted people to pay attention to her. And there was no point where she was ever nice to anybody, though. That's the thing. Is she was like queen bitch, but she had no reason to be queen bitch. And so she was just a bitch. And, like, my favorite memory from that whole time is because there was a small time where I was trying to play nice, and we all three of us were friends, you know, and I'm using excessive air quotes. But I went over to her house, and then she put on Pretty Fly for a white guy. And she starts doing this fucking, like, 13-year-old buck teeth dance. You know, she had these big fucking teeth. And she starts like dancing around a you know, Pretty Fly for a white, and she does a cartwheel, and she smacks her head right into this table. Yeah, and I did that, and I just, like, I fucking bust out laughing, and I had to go to the yard, and I was just, like, fucking crying, because she's doing, like, all these excessive dancing, and then, yeah, she just does a cartwheel and just, boom, you know, and the fucking table rings, and she just sort of falls off to the side. I'm like, it's the greatest thing I've ever seen, because I still hated her, but that's my terrible internet story. God. That was probably the biggest...
Glad I wasn't at your school.
Yeah, I mean, because I've never cyberbullied anybody else. It was literally, she would not leave me alone.
No, I mean, like, I honestly
parents talked with my parents, and my parents were like, her mom is a fucking, you know, fucking weirdo. Idiot. Yeah, fucking weirdo. Just to stay away from her. And I think it was at that time my parents gave me my favorite piece of advice. It was like, if you have to punch somebody, do it in the stomach, because it doesn't leave any marks. I was like 12 or 13.
No, that's really good advice. Honestly, if you kick someone, like, or, you know, if you have to do it where it doesn't leave a mark, so you have to aggressively. I know, and it sounds like no. I was bullied a lot when I was a kid, and I really wish my parents had given me that advice, because I was usually bigger than these people, and if I had just grabbed them by the collar of their shirt and just go like, you don't do that, and just, you know, just basically did some sort of aggressive thing, they would have left me alone. Yeah. But because I didn't do anything. Or,
like, in the case I did the aggressive thing, and it just escalated everything. And then she just... I think it was after I did the thing on the bus that she started spreading rumors, and she was... God, she's
some people are the worst. Yeah. Well, I mean, or you could do what I eventually found out worked the best, is you eventually talk to one of your teachers about it, because it, you know, and the teacher talked to them. So basically they're forced to apologize to you.
No, I never had that actually work.
Oh, really? Well,
God, no.
I did, because they were harassing me in class, and my teacher decided to pair me in a group with them, and it was 2 boys, and, you know, the boys were incredibly cruel. They were like, they would whisper like, oh, what a bitch, you know, like things like that. They would call me names, and it's like, please, if you're 13 and listening to this, don't do that.
Don't cyberbully in the meantime.
It doesn't... Adults don't do that. Young children don't do that. And it's just that nasty, like, preteen to teenager age that people do that. In college, instantly everyone was nicer. Yeah. Everyone was a human being. And there's just something... I
think that's an accurate...
Community college, they were still kind of gross.
That's the thing, is, like, the same time that... Oh, no, that was 7th. Never mind. No, that was still sort of that. So, like... Mm-hmm. That whole time that was happening, I was super, super depressed. Like, I was already in a level of hell, and I did not need, you know, little bitch for brains coming after me.
No one does.
Saying I'm a slut.
Because if an adult was doing that, you could literally go to the police and have a temporary injunction signed so they leave you alone for 2 weeks.
See, you learned about the restraining orders, stalking thing earlier.
Yeah.
Now you're going to talk about temporary injunctions.
Well, no,
Let's get back to this image.
I also had to almost sign a restraining order for the person who lived next to me in Roanoke who tried to break into my apartment. I had to go to
Richmond.
Oh, sorry, Richmond. Sorry. So I actually did have to go to the police station and say, no, I'm not going to sign. I don't need a restraining order.
It's not a romantic relationship you guys had.
I know. Sorry that wasn't an exciting conclusion. He left me alone after he was kicked out of the apartment. And wasn't allowed back in.
So let's talk about this picture, as it's been about 20 minutes talking about junior high drama.
I can see the drama in the wheel, the steampunk wheel.
How it's just going straight into her head.
Like, I swear to God, I've seen like a million pieces like this on Spectrum. Like, and I don't know, I can't think exactly of which one, but a lot of people just like
Android Jones.
Android Jones does, and you know what?
It just puts a lot of crazy shit on people's heads. It's really interesting looking.
I know, and like I hate like criticizing him, but I think his artwork is kind of boring in that way.
Yeah.
You know, like some of the things he does, I'm like, oh man, wow. And then the other time, just like, oh, just another girl's head from the frickin' side. Great, thanks. I know you use Corel Painter.
I might have actually been influenced by that. Thinking on that now, because I had the Spectrum.
But where's the crazy overlay and stuff that he does? Let's take a picture of a clock and let's overlay it 50 times.
Well, like some of the if you wanna, these are all just brushes. What it was is I found a new brush pack, and I had learned to start. So there's like a weird halftone on the bird here. There's like a fucking.
Oh my God!
Loose spring on this twig.
Yeah, why is
and
there...
then this is just another brush.
Why do you have freckles in that picture? Why does a girl have freckles? Or very large pores?
Yeah, do you like how some of these freckles are going off of her face because I forgot to erase it?
Are they supposed to be? You don't have freckles on your face, though.
I do have freckles. Madam?
Not really, not to that extent.
No,
not like little ginger girl, you know? Because, like...
No, they're not to this extent. But yeah, I just found like all these textures, so I used all of them.
I really don't like
There's a ton of halftone.
I don't like the textures, Andrea. I'm just gonna be honest.
Yeah, I mean, it still has a lot of just digital... Here's this one in the back. It's just like...
I think that's my favorite part. It looks like it's literally being beamed up to Scotty there.
Well, I think that's what I was trying to do. Yeah, that's what I was trying to do. I was just talking about this, how it has this like... this fucking web texture on this tree in the back, and then I, again, didn't erase it from the side, so it just came straight off the side.
Yeah, that's,
So it's very pretentious. I was definitely looking at my Spectrum books at the time, and I think I was, like, really influenced by him. Like, wow, this is really cool. I just want to do a lot of crazy shit in a piece. And, like, it has some interestingness to it, but it's just so fucking bland and so incredibly hipster, it's not good.
I have seen it before.
Yes.
In 50,000 different ways.
Yes.
And, there wasn't anything new added to this.
No.
Yeah, that's my biggest problem, is that it's just I've seen it before, so it's not even...
My biggest problem is that this wing somehow just decides to curl around, and that's a shape that really frustrates me.
Oh my God. Ew.
Yeah, on the bottom, just this fucking, hair curl.
But also that crow is literally morbidly obese. Like, it is...
It's not
it
supposed
is
to
completely
be a crow.
round.
It's not a crow.
Well, what is it supposed to be?
It's just a bird.
Apparently I forgot to silence my phone.
Good.
Oh my God. Oh, Mom sent me a picture of her holding a very angry Katete, and she... There you go.
Your picture went down the bottom.
Oh, sorry about that. iPhones do that sometimes. There you go.
Yeah, that cat is not happy.
No, of course not. She's never happy. She wants to leave the house because she's a cat and never come back, except for food.
No, it's not that she wants to leave the house. She doesn't like being picked up.
Oh, yeah. But I want to pick her up because all she does is like...
maybe she should respect the animal and just not.
No, that's all right. I sound like the worst person
today. Yeah, we're both monsters.
No, I mean, I want her to just learn to accept picking her up. I want her to learn to tolerate it.
Do you like how on the top of this bird's head here, there's just another stupid curl for no reason?
Yeah, I don't get that. Why would you do that?
I don't know. I was just trying to have it as a background element.
I kind of like the lighting on the twig, but then I didn't realize that there was like frickin' fishnet or something on the twig as well. And it's like, why would you do that?
It's not fishnet. It's just. Do you like this fucking
it's spring.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Spring.
I thought it was
Except
like
it doesn't go around the front.
I thought it was like a Chinese finger trap or something that was like surrounding it, but a really shitty one made of mesh. You know,
Do you like just the straight up like this brush?
No, I don't.
Or this pen
I really
strip.
don't like how the like scales on her helmet lid. You know what it also looks like? Anything by Yoshitaka Amano. Like, I think he also drew a lot of people.
The only thing
from
I
the
do
side.
like is this part of the horn here, and that's because it doesn't look completely like shit.
It still looks very digital.
Yeah, well, yeah. That's the other thing is that, like, even with all these textures and stuff, it's incredibly digital looking.
Well, that's one reason why I hate digital textures most of the time. Like, I like them when it basically looks like something like leather or like a, like, I don't know. I hate digital texture. I'd rather add the texture myself.
Yep.
But I also like how oil paintings look. And you can't just add, oh man, I want an oil brush, but I want it to look like tiny little dots. I want it to be tiny dots.
More dots.
More dots, please. That's what artists sound like.
I just think this is just sort of overly pretentious.
Kind of looks like there's
It's not saying anything. It's not saying anything.
If
It's
you
just a
look
bunch
at
of... It's...
The back part of her helmet, it looks like a little tiny Pac-Man jaw kind of cradling the back of her skull. Like that, whatever that,
What?
This thing, from a distance, this thing, it just looks like the teeth. Looks like a tiny bottom jaw of a Pac-Man skull.
I don't see anything.
Okay, apparently I'm seeing things. Okay, I'm sorry.
What?
Okay, you know like Pac-Man? It has like a lower, it's like just a circle. Like just... Okay, well apparently, I can't explain myself. Also, it really bothers me how the like little like membrane things on her back are not even and don't make any sense.
What do you mean?
Well, like they're just really fat at points, but they're not like gracefully fat. Like,
You're talking about the spines.
Yeah, the spines. Like they're just like, why is this one going that way? And I don't know.
Yeah.
I really don't like it because
this is definitely when I was still in the middle of writing Column Sky, and the character looks sort of ish like this. Like she has spines and shit in the second one, so it was sort of like that.
She was kissed by a demon on her back, and she was spines.
If you read the story, you know what goes on, then.
Well, is she kissed by a demon on her back?
No. Kiss my
and then it
like this fucking tooth on this mask also really annoys me. That
There's
just
a
goes
tooth?
over it. Yeah.
What?
Yeah, it's like teeth.
Oh, the teeth of the spoke.
No, this. Teeth in it's a mask here. She's wearing a
Oh,
mask.
that's teeth? I thought that was just like dumb fairy scales on top of her on top of her
I was
bird
wondering
hat
when you were
helmet.
saying scales. No. They're teeth, but for some reason, like, one just overlaps.
I don't like it.
Yeah, neither do I. I don't like how it just...
To me, it just looks like it doesn't even belong there. Like, it's just the wrong, like, color and texture. And
Yeah, it's sort of outlined as well.
Really? Yeah, like, I hate that.
Yeah, so do I. The coloring, like, the sort of, like, stark contrast, like, these blues and this red, I don't hate that.
I really
It's not
wish
the
there
worst
was...
thing.
I really wish the red you had chosen was a little bit stronger. Like,
Yeah.
you really emphasize that. I don't think I would think the colors are as gross. Like, you know, like, see how, like, on the twig it's a little bit more emphasized? Like, it'd be nice if you had, like, a deeper red or something like that. Like, there's definitely potential in this. It's just that I think this would be, you know, it is just a head.
Yeah.
I mean...
It's just a head and a bird thing. Like, it's interesting, but it's not unique or...
It'd be really funny just imagine her walking around with that, and it's like, I can't have my head like this.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I actually have, get really good reception like this. Fucking antennas.
The gear. Also, it bothers me how the gear, that's not how a gear would work. Like, you know, like it wouldn't flare outwards towards the end. Like, it just pisses me off.
It's a sassy gear.
I know, it's just like, God, it just looks like the laziest fucking gear, and I just get upset because it's like, oh man, if I wanted to design something and have a gear in it, that ain't gonna work. That's literally not going to work. Sorry, that was my stomach.
Oh, okay.
Sorry, my stomach made a noise. I just...
We talked quite a while on bullies and how we bullied people.
Yep, we're evil. Have fun with that.
Yeah.
I'm sure you guys have your own stories. let he who is...
I literally put up with
sin.
about 4 months of solid bullying from her before I did anything like that.
Let he who is, free of sin cast the first stone. We're all guilty of fighting back sometimes.
Yeah.
Pro tip: be confident, and people will leave you alone. Also, if you cyberbully them, apparently.
It didn't have a name at that point. I was just using the creepy AOL chat rooms to our advantage.
It is really gross to think that people actually do predate. And also, the kids are stupid enough to do that. Just everyone is stupid. Just everyone is stupid and just amalgamates into that situation. Like, what kid goes like, wow, I really want a 32-year-old man to fuck me in the ass? I mean, like, no one does that. I don't know what happens.
I don't know about you, but obviously I am a gigantic slut.
Andrea, have a seat. Why don't you have a seat?
You want to tell me what you're doing in here today? I just brought this beer for myself, and then I wanted to go to the beach.
I went to the wrong house.
Yeah. God, that's how to catch a predator things are the greatest things to watch.
I love seeing those people because they're so guilty. They're so guilty. I just want, and it's so terrible.
You're free to leave. Thank you so much. And then they just get fucking tackled by cops right after.
Good. It would be really funny if someone just happened to walk into the wrong house, like they're blind or something, and like they're carrying their groceries, like, you home, honey? Have a seat.
So you seem to be blind. You want to tell me what you're doing here? I don't know where I am.
Where's my
You're free to leave. Yeah. Are you my wife? No. Well, that's anything else in this? It's pretentious. The colors are not terrible. They're just not quite there.
Worst. It's a little bland.
Yeah, it's bland. There's a million things like it. The top lip of hers is black.
It's kind of like the, what is it, Persona? Like the first, like the first, second, and third, the first and second Persona game, they always had the lips like that.
They were just black on the top?
Yeah, well, if you look it up, like the Persona lips are like that.
No, that's okay.
Okay. I know, because I actually really liked the Persona games for a while, and I regret it.
Good. Okay. We're going to come back with Kristen's thing. 32 minutes. Alright. Alright, now you are getting recorded.
Oh, God. Why are you doing that? Oh, did I already send you all of them?
I thought so, didn't you?
Oh, I don't know. I was looking. I don't know. I was looking for you. No, I think there are ones that we haven't looked at.
Well, I know there's... How many stars did you give MacGyver Season 1? All the stars in the world. Because that show... Anybody listening has Amazon Prime, please watch MacGyver's most ridiculous bullshit we're gonna watch.
The 80s is the best kind.
It's so good, and it's so incredibly bad at the same time.
I feel dumb I got it confused with Guyver the anime, which apparently is completely different. It's a robot man, I think, and aliens, and he fights them.
So I'm trying to find...
Just type in from Kristen Plesko, right? Oh, no, they know my name. No, they'll steal my identity.
Time for a game of Terrifying Bears or shit?
I think we did shit. So we didn't do all the time for a game of Disappearing Bears.
Yeah, we did all the ones in shit.
Okay.
Shit's done. Time for a game of Terrifying Bears. We did that one. We didn't do this one, but we did that. So we only have one. So
here, well, here.
Do you have any more on your phone? That
Yeah. No, I think. Which one didn't we do? Because that'll. That one looks like the one in the cave.
We have the fucking Coliseum.
Because I don't think we've done this one either, right?
Yeah, no, we haven't done that.
Here, I'm gonna send that one. I'll send this.
Or is this the one that you just showed me?
No, that's not the one. So.
Oh boy, these fucking things.
Yeah? Shit. You gonna judge me for it?
I don't even know anymore. So, it's snowing on the outside.
Yeah, it's supposed to be stars like it's night.
You really like drawing them with this fucking, like, Archaeopteryx. Like,
I was a kid and I really like dinosaurs, and these bears are like...
So what are these fucking Christmas tree bulbs here?
Let me look.
Are they potatoes?
The roots. The roots.
They're just...
They're potatoes, like potatoes. They're just growing there.
Okay, let's go around to it. So we have this one in some sort of potato tree farm, potato nest here. We have this bee with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different wings on it. Is it smiling as well, or is it...
I think that's just an anomaly, but it does kind of look like a ghostly smile.
Okay, it's supposed to be a lightning bug or something.
Yeah, it's like, that's how they get light
But then it also has lightning butts for its legs.
No, it's like this. It has like
It's
a
like-
trogdor oh, sorry.
It's
like
like
a trogdor.
bulky and... So what is this fucking cave penis here? What is this?
It's a shelf, and it's holding grain.
Are they farmers or like...
No, they collect it for the winter. They live underground. They're like moles.
So you're gonna have to correct me here. I've thought that these flying ones murdered the feeder bears. So what are they doing eating grain?
They also eat grain. They're omnivores.
Oh, for God's sake!
It
So they're
depends
just
on the
needlessly
canon.
murdering.
It depends on the canon.
You have this fucking dead ass one with a camel mouth.
It's holding a bunch of dead fish, I think, over there.
I can't tell. They're just shaded
Zoom in.
blobs. Oh, they're still shaded blobs. I can't.
It literally could be peanuts.
These two are doing each other.
No, that one's zooming out.
Yeah.
Oh, I see. It's well hung. Oh, that's well hung too.
It's another... I like this cross-section of these shelves. So I'm going to assume this is bubbles. It just looks like...
It's dust. It's dust, when you...
Why isn't it dust in... Oh, like...
Like dust if you're on the sandy bottom.
So is this like eggs?
No, I think that's more potatoes. I think that's where they store the potatoes, is underwater.
And then this
like, that
fucking
makes
one
sense.
where it's just a fucking boat. On its fucking back.
It's not catching anything. It's literally just a boat.
This one has just some sort of like
I think one of the
muffin in
potatoes. I think it's one of the
This
potatoes.
one is... Oh my God.
Zoom into those.
This one, I thought it was a bunch of fish with like sweaters on, and the fish are smiling.
Oh my God!
And each one of the sweaters is like
It
little...
kind of does look like that.
That's terrifying, God.
I can't believe you think that's terrifying. It's kind of cute though, because they're just little bears, but they're all stuck in their little egg cup.
And then this one...
That's just swimming. I don't know. I think I might have meant to draw fish and things for them to be collecting, and I just stopped.
I like this one just...
I like all the babies right there. What are those little poop things on the slide?
What
is that?
I just assumed everything is made of potatoes in this. I don't...
No, that's it's made out of their...
else?
Yeah, I sent you something else. No, that's made out of a...
Bear horror.
To me, it's like the eggs that are made out of bird's nest soup. The ones that are made out of spit or something. That's I guess what I made their nest out of.
Okay.
It's a little weird, but I mean it's something you can do.
How do you...
So if you had a kid, you would just be like, nope, taking it to the doctor.
Not so much for this one. This one doesn't have bears just murdering other bears, and they're all fucking smiling, or just
there's
this
more
weird...
murdering.
Yeah, I assume there is. How do you...
I don't know how to use Windows.
Yeah, I know.
Even though I knew how to do that MS-Info32 thing, so that's the only thing. It's like a sleeper agent thing, that you just say a word and it turns them on.
The command is how do I figure out how much RAM I have?
Yeah, and then the answer is always type in this MS-Info32. Just, god damn it, save it.
Oh, this one actually has an open mouth.
Yeah.
Save image as...
Oh.
Bear roar.
It's not working. It's dinging pretty hard.
What?
In Windows, you aren't connected correctly.
Oh, it was dinging in the... Yeah, I was like,
Yeah.
I can't hear anything. Thankfully, that also doesn't really pop up.
That's good, because that is a really annoying sound.
Don't stop T... Oh. Okay, so... Okay, so this one at the top, I thought this was a Pope bear. And he just had a tall Pope hat, and then he had a smiley eye and a nose.
No, that would be...
So it's just floating. So this is a different type of bear.
Yeah, those are regular pinky bears at the very top. You see, because they don't have tails.
Yes, they do.
Oh,
they're right there.
No, the long tails. See, there's some with long tails, they're dolphins. I have a lot of different Pinky Bear variety.
You know what I like the most is that, and they're meeting each other down here.
Yeah?
It's like fucking Romeo and Juliet. You know what I like is you just have the same fucking anatomy on all these bears, except one has longer tails, and I'm saying these are the swimming ones.
It's like anime, like how they all have the same face, but it's literally all the same animal.
I'm like, no, you don't understand. This one just has a membrane between its legs, so it can just thrash and have a seizure to fly around.
No, these are regular Pinky Bears. They can swim well, but not as well as the ones, the deep
dolphin
water
bears.
The deep water Pinky Bears that have the dolphin tail.
Yeah.
Without any fluke to it, so it's literally just like a dinosaur.
So, I just imagine there's this predator bear, and then these happy Pinky Bears, and then just, like 2 minutes after this, it's just gonna be a fucking bloodbath.
No, see, look! The one up there is sending a fish to the friend.
It looks like
at the
he's
very
springing a fish out of his chest.
No,
like he's like the fucking, alien, predator, it's just like,
explosion. No, look, they're friends. Look, wow. I like how its butt is literally floating at the top.
Yeah, I like the buoy butt here. This one, don't give a shit, it's just laying around.
Yeah, it's sleeping.
I like all these cursive E's after all these fish.
Or number twos.
Or sideways squiggle twos. Why? Is that, motion?
I guess they're flipping around, I guess? Or they're swimming really fast, and that's how I'm doing it. Yeah, they're it's like a corkscrew. It's just...
Except they're just the fucking...
And then they're heading right into danger. Right into the jaws of Satan there.
So, these ones are really going. These ones just are expending pigtails out of their asses.
I guess maybe they're spinning around. I'm not actually sure.
These ones are friends. These two are doing the do on the bottom here.
It is distance. One is closer to us than the other. Andrea.
Their heads are exactly the same size. In fact, this bottom one, which should be farther, looks closer than the other one.
Don't judge my artistic abilities as a child.
I like how you have this wind swirl here, and then you have a secondary smaller wind swirl, which looks like the fucking DeviantArt logo. There. Ooh.
Kinda does.
Yeah.
I made
it's
the
still
DeviantArt
not. It's
logo.
still not quite the horror of just all the fucking dead ones and. Oh boy. Save images.
I'm sorry. I can find more
shit.
I need to find the ones where where they're fighting eagles and stuff with American flags.
Yeah,
I think that's Now, unfortunately, I packed up a lot of my stuff since I'm moving this week or on Wednesday. So. Do you like how they're on Tatooine?
What?
Look, there's two suns.
Oh, I thought it was a rainbow.
No,
just no colors in it.
No, it's suns.
I like how they're just doing the eagle thing and they're just touching each other with their legs.
As a kid, I was really big into space aliens too, because I really was like, man, I really hope that Enceladus has life or something, and you're like, as a kid, I was really super excited.
Hope these pantyhose, long-legged, scrabbling dragons exist in these nuclei. Fucking nuclei, son.
What are flying up? Are those tinier?
These ones just seem to be asterisks in the sky. This one seems to be a tinier one, yeah.
Okay, there you go. They're fighting over a mate. There you go.
How can I tell them different? Or how can I tell them apart, though?
They have no sexual dimorphism in this species.
That's the first problem they come across.
Do you like how the cloud, the bottom of the ground is just clouded marshmallow?
I didn't realize that was clouds. That's super dumb.
I think it's actually dirt. Yeah, that's a hill. They're by mountains, and it's super dramatic, and it's like a sunset, and they only have a little bit of time.
It's sort of action-y,
I mean, it shows that at least they're doing something animals can do.
They have not fucking a bear with a longer tail is also somehow an otter.
Yeah, you like how they don't all their spokes on their wings, which doesn't make any sense. It's literally like a piece of accordion paper.
It's some sort of hand built laminate paper thing.
It's like a Da Vinci copter.
Yeah, like a Da Vinci copter.
It's a Da Vinci dragon wing. I would love to paint this, but paint it super 80s. So it was
I could see this being super 80s. I like...
The legs are... That's...
No. I like how this leg is supposed to go straight in there. Right, this back one. But this other one just goes to ya behind the wing and has some sort of secondary 1, 2, and then comes down over here.
It's very beautiful.
Yeah, they're,
Hold on, wait, are the... Oh, no, they I guess have little knees, I guess, at the very top. I was about to say, did I draw their knees backwards? Because Animorphs probably confused me a little bit as a kid.
I just like that you just colored their legs for some reason.
I wanted them to have legs that were colored.
But
why wouldn't you color
them?
them?
They just look like pantyhose on their legs.
I like socks. I liked socks then, and I like socks now.
Why don't you just draw a dragon with long socks on it?
I actually probably will.
Okay.
I'll draw this as the, like, as a kid, I designed this really super sweet dragon, and then I have to make it super 80s, like, it'll, like, there's gonna be a woman defending herself, but she's not gonna have any,
if you
like,
can just have
clothing
a really greasy looking woman, and then she's
really
just
greasy man.
she's just standing there, and she has the biggest hockey hair, this side of the year 2000,
the year 2001,
year 2001.
You know.
God,
You know the beginning of that the book, the 2001, they were literally at like a dolphin house where they were communicating. They were eating breakfast and like communicating with dolphins.
okay,
That should have probably given you a clue of how they thought the future would be. It was like talking with dolphins and going to Jupiter and finding space aliens.
yeah.
Yeah, but these are aliens. They're you can tell because there are 2 suns on their world. So.
Sorry, I was just looking at this other, just one who's, I forgot that thing fucking existed. I have to get rid of that.
Yeah, so there you go. That's
Okay.
what I did as a child, is I drew a lot of things like this.
Okay.
So. Oh yeah, that's right, we have one more. Sleeping Pinky Bears.
Like, these aren't nearly as horrifying as your other ones.
Oh no, well these were the leftover ones. You just seemed super horrified, so I was sending you the most horrifying
I'm
ones
not
ever.
horrified by bears, alright? Like,
No, you're horrified by the fact that they were like brutalizing other like
Yeah.
tiny bears. It was like, I really like nature shows. I really like the battle between like, you know, predator and prey as a kid to a disgusting autistic kind of degree, and I really loved that sort of thing. Like, it was my
these are
favorite.
cute. This is fun.
Do you like all the babies in a row? See how the
It's
one...
sort of weird they're doing some sort of weird butt conga line.
Because
But...
they need a pillow.
Well, this poor fucker here. Or
He
does he just
doesn't-
compensate with having the largest face?
He has
Amongst all of them.
He does. Just like the one on top of him has the largest eyelashes.
Jesus. She's got like a sagging tit for an eye.
Do you like how the stars are freaking giant and there's just a...
Yeah, they
but the
are.
moon is...
But
But
this-
that one's shining.
Wow. This one specifically is shining.
It's blessing their union as man and wife, man bear and wife bear, and their Catholic-sized family.
This one's just gonna star right in the head. As with this overlapping line.
she didn't have all her babies. She's being punished by the star god.
So it's been 15 minutes and we don't really have anything else.
Well, look at my... There's probably something good in the photo bucket. Something disgusting in one of the pages.
Yeah, let's go to the photo bucket.
Alright, let's...
I just... Photo bucket.
Photo bucket.
I just like that my photo bucket is just your photo bucket, because...
Who uses photo bucket anymore?
I did not that long ago.
Really?
Wow.
That's the worst.
Well, I mean, it was good for showing people a really...
Just Dropbox was better for that.
Fuck you, photo bucket. You were the slowest
Cozy
piece of
is
shit.
full. Learn more. I like
It's
how...
supposed to be like cozy as fuck. Like,
I don't-
library!
I don't actually know. God, I hate photo bucket. It takes so long for it to load anything at all.
Let's go back to the before times.
Do you like the muffin eating thing? Because that was the first commission I've ever did. It's the...
No. No, I
It was
don't.
dr-
but
it
not,
was colored
but
in
not
this
enough to, like, really... What is this?
Oh, that was it's too small. That's what it is.
Man, it is too small. Not
Yeah.
small enough I can get on a metal print. Yeah.
I really question Photo Bucket for doing that. Like, I don't know. Photo Bucket is the worst.
I don't know about that photo bucket.
I don't know. Back in my day. And then you get to see the dark times when I was really in love with Gundam Seed.
Oh yeah, that went on for a while, huh?
Not really. Like, it went on for maybe, 6 months or so. Like...
Yeah, it doesn't really have enough to it. It's just...
It doesn't.
Stupid looking.
Also, it was done a very long time ago.
Well, so are most of these. Except if it's my stuff. It was only about 5 years ago.
Now we're getting back to where we were.
Yeah, this is...
This is about it. Let's see.
Now we're in Japan.
Oh, can Romney be quiet? Yeah, we're still in Japan. You see the World War II museum sadly in there.
You brought that up the last time, too.
Well, because you see all the melted glass, and it's like, oh yeah. I went to that museum, and it was sad.
God, I really... version of this?
No, that's not the done version. That was I never finished it. Version. No, I never finished it.
Well, we're gonna look at as much of the done version as we got here.
Okay. It's not very good.
It's not too bad.
The background is absolutely horrid. It is one color. It is monocolor.
Never mind. Okay, cool. I farted, so...
Oh, God.
I waited just in case it made a sound so I could cut it out. Okay, so... yeah, it's... You can tell you liked, it's definitely a lot more realistic than I like the fucking...
Mitten hands?
Yeah, the fucking mitten hands for it.
I like how there's no reins or anything for her to control it, so she's literally, just stuck on this, whatever it is, dinosaur.
Yeah, God, you went all out with this one.
Yeah, and...
it just looks like you had, some sort of glass... glass,
oh, it's actually bigger than usual. So.
Yeah. Glass.
Emphasis on it.
Wow. Gotta shut your face, Karami.
Why do they always make noise when...
Because we're not paying attention to them. He wants attention.
Yeah, you don't like
when you do that.
God, you can really hear the creaking of the floor and everything in these.
Mm-hmm.
Andrea gave me the headphones so I could help to modulate my voice.
A little bit, but it doesn't really.
I'm sorry. I apologize for not being an adult and not knowing how to modulate correctly. Is there a terrifying unicorn on the...
That's my Halloween costume.
Oh, jeez.
I didn't want to spoil it, but I also don't have any really place to look at its fucking suspicious eyes.
Oh, jeez. That is... Oh, God.
Also, for some reason, it goes straight in your goddamn eyes.
Oh, my God.
Isn't that great?
It literally has pig ears.
Isn't that not the greatest Halloween costume? So I'm going to be wearing this. It's this really, really hideous looking unicorn hat. Because our work has a thing that you're not allowed to cover your face.
Yeah, because cards, I guess. I don't know. It might frighten the cards.
It damages the integrity of the card. So yeah, I just found this fucking child's... And it just has this unicorn with this really suspicious face on it. And the fucking eyes on it are
It looks like a duck-billed dinosaur.
Yeah, it does.
Literally has the same shape and
They
face.
had one where it was a dinosaur, and it's just glued on top. And I like that one a lot more, but this one is just really fucking stupid looking.
Yeah, no, this is... I looked up
Y'all
there.
are jealous. I was like,
That's
fucking
pretty.
mouth.
It's pretty damn good. I'm tempted to put on my anime hair, the pink anime hair or whatever. It would match it.
Yeah.
If I can find it before.
Unicorn-chan.
Yeah. If I didn't throw it away, I might have just tossed it or something.
So everything is full of cracks in this picture. Everything is fucking full of cracks.
I had a thing where I didn't know how to detail right, and I just detailed too much.
Yeah, it looks like you just sort of
it's
gave
also
up
wrong.
on... Yeah, it is. It looks like you gave up on this because you just put way too much fucking work for yourself. And it's everything has a crack. Everything looks like it was made of a solid piece of glass, and then you threw many tiny rocks at it.
Yeah, I don't know why I did that, and I regret doing it because this might have... Because this is one of the reasons I almost never finished anything. Also, it's drawn using Open Canvas, which is a terrible program.
Yeah, no, I mean, honestly, this really is not too bad. I think this stupid shockwave thing with the moon is annoying.
It's because I didn't have basically when I painted around with the... It's not supposed to be. It's just I wasn't really good at blending.
Excuses. No,
I remember
it's honestly just this fucking dome on this.
I mean, maybe I did intend to do. maybe I did intend to do shockwaves at the moon. There you go. I'll just admit it. I like how the clouds are literally...
That's why all the rocks are broken.
It is. I like how the
clouds
rocks
are in front
just,
of everything.
The rocks literally have like conchoidal fractures, like all of them.
Yeah.
That's it. That's rock speak for it doesn't have any cleavage.
Yeah.
And that's also rock speak.
It doesn't have any cracks, or it doesn't have any like motion to it. How would you explain cleavage?
Cleavage is like planes of cleavage, basically. Like it will
you can't
break.
Use the word to describe itself.
It's a plane of which it will break off, and there's only...
It's a flat surface.
You can have up to 3 planes of cleavage, like a cube. Basically, if something breaks off into like a perfect... Like mica, like for example, has 1 plane of cleavage, it comes off in sheets. And then something like, I don't know, like...
Diamonds?
I don't think diamonds have a cleavage. I'm trying to think of what else does have cleavage, and honestly, I can only think of mica.
Slate?
Slate does, but that's also just 1.
Yeah, I was gonna say, it's just... Literally just the 1.
Yeah, but there are minerals like that tend to break along certain points, and you know, and basically that's what cleavage is.
I do
also,
like
it's a sexy word.
That just your clouds are literally in front of everything.
Yeah,
even all the way just right here, there's a fucking cloud in front of it.
I think she's on Pluto, and that's just frozen methane.
You only know that because that's what Pluto looks like now. But I'm just gonna assume that she's.
Well, I didn't make the rocks brown, so I guess it's not Pluto.
I guess not. Yeah, I just like his pointy dome. And his really tiny teeth.
And his undetailed...
And his dead soulless eyes.
That might be actually fun to explore at a different time, just with a completely different composition and education about how to actually paint something.
Yeah.
You know, I like her fuzzy hat.
I do like her hat.
And her...
her jaw seems like really close to her mouth.
Probably.
Like, really close to her mouth. And then this hair goes underneath her lip, and that's really annoying to me.
Yeah, it really is stupid.
Oh my god, it's dumb looking.
Oh my god, after all this time, now I know.
Yeah, I just like her dog paws for hands.
Yeah, it's also kind of stupid that, like, I artistically chose not to draw any part of the, like, dragon to give any context to, like, where they are or how they're interacting with the landscape.
Yeah, as I understand, it's just sort of floating in the air.
Yeah, which is terrible. And, like, that's like a big faux pas. Don't do that.
Stop it.
Stop it, me from the past. Get a better thing other than open canvas. Jesus. Like,
yeah.
Open canvas is literally the most... And I know people are going to be like, oh, Kristen.
Ah. Like, I like your folds. I did just look that her leg isn't super, super thin.
She's a thin person. She has anemia, and that's why she's making the dangerous trek on Methane Road.
She's making the trek for iron to put it into her blood.
She's going to Nome, Alaska, but also the road is methane.
Hey! Don't you do what you're about to do. My cat is sitting directly in front of the bathroom, like the cabinet doors, and he's about to just start trying opening them. He'll do it. Nobody's paying enough attention to him. Ram Nam, come here.
What does it do? He doesn't like me anymore. After helping you shave him, he has completely changed his opinion about me. And I resent that. I'm going to resent it. Not you, just with him. I'm just resenting him.
He just needs time.
No, he's going to remember it. He's gonna say, "Oh, she's that bitch that helped shave me that one time.
It held me down.
Held me down.
It shaved off my mats. Yeah, can't get so many mats.
Yeah,
yeah.
It's
not
like,
done to this.
Yeah, it's boring, and most of my older art is literally just boring. Like, and that's like, there's nothing like.
Go back in time, make some bad artwork, and we'll have something for next week.
I'll try to find some good ones. I found one that's a Beanie Baby fan art that I think you guys might enjoy because it also shows how patriotic I was back as a
definitely
child.
bring those up
Because I was raised like super military.
Did you ever find those
like,
clown pictures?
They're in my email. I actually still have them. The first pictures I drew where Mom just
doing it.
Hey. By the way, that actually scares Katete away from the door whenever I go like. You know, like, and it's really, like, and I was surprised because whenever, like, otherwise she'll just be like, I'm gonna go out the door whenever you're trying to let the dogs in.
Yeah, it's the mama cat signal for don't fucking do that. And then the other way, if he goes, and you just do, like, a light tap, because cats smack each other on the heads when they're trying to get a point across.
Yeah, but also it doesn't help if they don't listen to you.
Well, he's been a little...
Yep, well, joke's on him. Rebellious. He doesn't have any balls, so... Joke's on him. We have ultimate power over his life.
Yeah, I don't have anything else for this.
Yeah.
Camera on me! Jesus Christ!
Oh my god!
He's going into the cabinet. He just has his front half in the cabinet.
His little lion tail is swinging around.
There.
Yeah.
There you go.
Maybe
Now it's gonna go
into the cabinet, smash his tail. But, nope, and Beasel's coming in to investigate.
Beasel's gonna come and knock on the thing. Yeah.
Because his small boy lover is now...
His teenage heartthrob. Yeah.
Ugh.
Beasel! God's sakes.
Just
take off the doors.
Yeah, no,
I also like... Yeah.
Yeah, the biggest sin, I think, is that it is completely boring, over-detailed, and why.
It has a million tiny things on its throat.
Yeah, it's just not properly detailed. There's not really a lot of contrast, but also it's not done. Like, I hadn't finished shading them. Because you can see later that I actually show that I'm trying to shade them in some of the later...
That's the latest one I could see.
No, there was 2 rows above. See?
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, but I hadn't erased the shadows. That's how I shade, basically with some gray. And
That's
I would...
terrifying.
I know. It's not terrifying, trust me. I would like to explore. This would be a really fun one to explore, like, go through, like, what's wrong with it, and, like, to actually, like, say, okay, well, if you want to draw this, here's some other ways you can draw this, so it's not just complete...
Yeah, that's a good idea.
...mediocrity. You know.
Save this one as well, then.
I'm sorry.
Glad I looked at the other one for most of it.
Yeah, you can just see I had to erase the...
Raz. There you go. All the dumb names in these.
Yep.
Okay.
Have fun with the methane.
Alright, what do you want to sing? What do you want to play with?
Let's
music?
see. Smile It On. And some scissors. Oh my god, my voice got louder when I got closer to it.
What a unique phenomenon that
What a
is.
weird thing.
I'll use this candle.
Oh, it has a little pair of balls.
It does! I didn't realize that when I bought it. It is
Oh my god.
It's not a little pair of balls.
It's a large pair of balls. It is literally like a sack. And there is literally like
it's
just
almost
a little peen hole for it.
Yep, there's a peen hole.
Right.
I didn't realize... Are you going to tap it on its peen hole? You're the worst.
No, it's too hard to do that. Okay, we're...
Welcome, thanks for coming and listening to FridgeArt. If you guys like it, then tell your friends, because that's literally the only way we get more people. Also send your stuff to FridgeArtPodcast@gmail.com.
Yep.
Yeah.
You did it.
Alright, bye.